Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. You're playing games with Galt. Today we've got another demo. This is Corsair Cove. Looks great. Developed by Limbic Entertainment. Published by Hooded Horse. Both companies have made solid games in the past. And I really kind of like the stuff that they've put out. On the Steam page, it's billed as a strategy, simulation, base builder, city builder, and of course, it looks like we've got plenty of pirate action. So let's jump in and see what exactly this is. I'm going to leave a demo link in the comments below if you want to check it out for yourself. And let me know. Come back after you've had a chance to get your hands on it for a little bit. Let me know what you think about this game. But let's jump in right now, guys. Setting sail, this is Corsair Cove.
The tides have changed. The age of pirates is nearing its grisly end. Crown rules supreme. Pirate hunters roam the seven seas. Hunters like Amara, that Spanish hound. Never thought I'd end up in her brig. She's a clever wench. I'll hand it to her. She made only one mistake. She threw me in with a solid crew of pirates. This might be worth a shot. Good thing I was able to hide this little beauty.
Alarm! The prisoners are free! Stop them! No pirate leaves this ship alive!
Swim for your lives, you sullen wretches! Look at us. Once mighty pirates all. Lost, half drowned, and nothing but the skin on our backs. But we're still breathing. And that, my friends, is more than enough. Because all it takes is the right crew in the right place to turn the tides of fate back in our favor.
All right, let's just run through the tutorial real quick. It doesn't look like we're going for historical authenticity here. So, let's, there we go. Pan, rotate. Let's see, hold. Got zoom in, zoom out. Okay. All right, we're looking good. Up and down. And there we go. This is a nice looking island.
Feast your eyes on this blighted rock, me mateys. It may be our home for the foreseeable future. Well then, let's start with the basics. We'll need shelter first of all. A camp and a few tents should do for now. And if there's not enough room on the ground, well, why not build on the walls as well?
All right. Well, that's an interesting mechanic you don't see too often in these type of city builders, right? Pirate camp. You found a shipwreck full of construction resources and an abandoned construction site. A fitting place to build the pirate camp.
We're not the first to be stranded here. Perhaps we'll find gold in these scattered wrecks.
I combed through them with the crew already. Anything we could find, we've gathered at our beach.
Okay, the central hubs of your island. Open the connections menu. What do we have? Connections right here. Select the connector. All right. Okay, building starts as a construction site. This icon means the construction site doesn't have connections. Okay, so no roads or no connections. I guess they're going to be called in this one. Connect to the pirate's camp to the shipwreck using the green connector indicators. Let me just kind of explore out here. We've got some beautiful, beautiful blue water. Emerald beaches there. Plenty of birds, nice looking rocks. There might be something in here, looks like some barrels. Plenty of shipwrecks, plenty of exploration to do, but not a whole lot of land. Okay, and we've got some birds here. We've got some nice eggs. Some crystals there. More shipwrecks. Nice waterfalls. Not gonna lie, this would be a kind of a cool place to visit. All right. Digging that. All right, let's get back to work here. So it looks like we're going to need wood. Connect the pirate camp using the green connector indicators. Oh, we've got the storage there, so I'm going to have to connect the pirate camp to this. Open the codex. Yeah, I don't really care about all this. So this is connectors. You can speed up transport with advanced infrastructure like zip lines, elevators, and the aerial lift. Each has advantages and disadvantages. Zip lines are long and fast, but only go down. Elevators can only be placed vertically. The aerial lift horizontally. The mast allows creation of anchor points. Okay, got it. To play smart, remember the town layout matters. Cool. All right, so where are the green anchor points we're looking at now? All right, can I close that up a little bit? There we go. So it says here, construction sites not connected to resource providers. So we got the resource provider here. And we're going to do connections here. Bang. Just pop that right up there. That's going to be a pain in the tail to carry everything up there, right? Game speed. How fast does it go? 3. So 1, 2, 3. Build 1 pirate camp. There we go. New building complete. Let's slow back that down. That rotten
we
wench,
sent her to
Shamara.
the depths for good.
It takes more than that to kill a captain. We haven't seen the last of her. Mark my words.
Probably right. Okay, quest updated. Small beginnings. Your pirates need housing. Pirate camps provide only limited housing, so you'll need to build additional buildings. Access your pirate camp to check the current housing. Okay, too close to start. Connections, cliff path, connectors. So we got connections there. Building lists, community and pirate camp. What do we have right there? 1 pirate camp. We've got 2 pirates assigned, 28 drifters, 35 planks. Access the pirate camp. Build 3 tents. Okay, so we want to build 3 tents. I'm just kind of going through the menus as we go. Missing housing. Right. Builders. We've got 2 builders. Housing. Toggle icons for all buildings. Deposits. Okay, so we've got birds, fish, eggs, lime, fibers, fresh water, more fish, salt. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. This game is already starting out great. After selecting a structure in the construction menu, you enter the pre-placement phase. Move the structure around. See if the current location is suitable. Keep in mind that you can build structures on cliff walls as well. If a placement location is not suitable, the proposed structure will show red outline and a tooltip describing the problem. Demolish mode can be activated. Okay, good. When active, clicking an existing building will demolish it and fully refund construction costs. Great, that answered my next question right there. Okay, so we want to add houses, right? So we're going to open up the build menu. We've got the tents. Provides 2 housing. We have 0. Current objective, I believe, was to build 3 tents, right? So place tents on cliff sides. I'm not sure where the best spot to put these would be. 1, 2, and does it really matter? Is there a too close or too far? Now we're probably going to need to connect as well, right? Let's see, cliff paths. Needs to be placed on the steep surface, so like right here. But I'm not sure where this is going. This is rolling back that way. I don't want to use all the wood. It looks
Our meager
like...
salvage won't last forever.
So
We
they've got
need
that
to
ladder
make
right
more
there.
planks.
We have enough to build a ship. I say we leave as soon as that is done.
We'd be fools to let this chance slip us by. You'll see, Honorata. This is just the start.
All right. Is Honoranda right? Would it be a better idea just to get out of here? Okay, the shipwreck will run out of construction resources. Your island offers plenty of resources. You'll need them for construction, shipbuilding, and maintaining the upkeep. Check the overview for more information. Okay, so we've got resources here. The economy of the island. Great. Looks like wood. So planks, stone, meat. I'm not quite sure what this is. Fish, maybe? Plants, ores. Okay, let's just go here. Wow, this is an impressive selection of resources there. The resources tab in the overview menu. Okay, just 2 right there. So, open the construction menu. Got it. Used for buildings and ships. To make use of the resources, you'll need to build a place to gather them. So we've got to get a woodcutter here. So construction menu, housing, and materials. Materials goes to woodcutter. Green hands 2. Upkeep, it's going to cost us 2 food. Output 8 logs. So I want to put this all the way up at the top. I guess I don't want to put it too far up. Is that going to be the best spot for it, though? It's closer to the main camp, but if we put this over here, I don't think I want to put it too far away. I guess we have to worry about deforestation. Are the trees going to regrow after a certain period, or once they're gone, they're gone? So right here might be okay, but I think... All right. I'm just going to drop him right here. There we go. When you have the woodcutter selected, all the fertile areas on the island are highlighted. Certain buildings need to be built on the fertile area. Okay, place your woodcutter there. Connect it to the pirate camp. So we're going to have to grab connector. Okay, maybe that's not the connector we're looking for. Need to be placed on a steep surface. So if I drop this there... I'm still trying to figure out how these connectors work. So if I drop you here, right there, and we can maybe do the same thing right there to there. Now, there we go, woodcutter. Select the woodcutter. Sawmill. Can boost the building's production, but also increases upkeep. Pirates are usually working in the building. This number shows how many resources are produced per minute. Go. We've got a nice steady flow there. Produced resources are stored here until picked up by fetchers. Drain is shown on the right. So hardwood drain, breakdown per minute. In stock, max capacity. Only 16. All right, all hands on deck. What if we go back? Okay, so this is the next step there. All hands on deck. Lets you increase the production of a building by 50%. As a downside, it requires double the workforce and upkeep while active. I think we've got plenty of workforce right now. We've got the drifters. The upkeep might be a little bit more of a problem. Hardwood must be processed into planks before it can be used as a construction resource. Build a sawmill, connect it to the wood cutter. Okay, so planks, and probably wouldn't want to live under the town that the sawmill's on, but yeah, if we just drop you right here, that's a direct... There we go. Not quite enough space, but yeah. Right there, that's wonderful. Now, is that a direct connect? I saw it. Or do we need to make connection? It needs to be placed on steep surfaces, or we can do this. Okay, so that might be there. Pirate camp access. Can I swing this out? Let's see what else we got. Doesn't look like it, though. Select the sawmill. Your production building... Oh, Jesus. Stop popping up like that. All right, I didn't see what that said. It said something about the production building. Build a warehouse connected to the pirates' camp. So I feel like I kind of built these things in the wrong spots. I should have built this over there, then this, then the warehouse, then right to the pirate camp there. But it's just the demo. We will learn how to do this as we go. Stockpiling resources will help you optimize your production chains. Build a warehouse. Okay. Warehouses can stockpile the resources. They're a useful tool to streamlining your logistics. They can also serve as an intermediate stop when you need to cover long distances. When operating normally, a warehouse will only fetch the overproduction of a provider. This ensures that the building fetching from the same provider gets as much as they need. Or the building's fetching. Okay. When you call all hands on deck, the warehouse will fetch as much as it can. Be aware that this may starve out other buildings. Okay, so it sounds like the priority is going to go to the warehouse if needed. So I can do a warehouse here. Something is in the way. I should be able to build this right here, though, which is nice. But if it's going to go on the chain... I would rather have this go there. Build one warehouse. Okay, and... Cool, I'm happy with this. We're just going to wait for the warehouse to get built. I would not want to be one of these guys up here. So enter will cycle through the pirate camps. Cutlass Point. Only got the one camp. Satisfaction is only 22.
Now, let's empty our shipwreck and demolish it for more space.
Okay, so to stockpile a resource, select a warehouse and click the plus button. Find the building with the resource you want to stockpile. Okay, so we do this, click the plus button. Choose the resource to work. You can assign fetchers. Okay, choose the resource. Oh, there we go. So I like this. It's coming up there. So we should be good as soon as they get working. I can bump up the time a little bit. Satisfaction is falling, though. Rate of how well you satisfy the upkeep of this pirate camp. If it falls too low, the pirates will be outraged. Is this food? Missing upkeep. Okay. Oh, yes. Nourishment. So we need to get a stew. Distributed by the galley. So we're going to have to make a galley here at some point. Fetchers. All production buildings need hands to do the gathering and processing. You can only operate a building if you have enough drifters available. If a building cannot get all hands it needs, it goes into shutdown. That doesn't sound like a good thing. If the building is processing resources, it also needs fetchers that bring the required inputs. At least one fetcher per input resource is required. You can add more fetchers, but you cannot have more than one fetcher bringing resources from the same provider. The color of an eco line will show you whether the fetcher can bring the inputs in time. If it's yellow or red, you need to improve it, or at least add a second fetcher to another provider for compensation. Okay, so timing is a thing here. Distance, it sounds like. So, do I need to add another fetcher? So it block auto connections. Don't want to do that. Do I have another resource I can grab? Well, let's see what happens. Let me just bump the speed up a little bit more. Is that guy walking down on his hands and knees? God, imagine having to carry a whole bunch of planks up these steep ladders. Click the demolish button. Okay, what's the demolish button look like? Shipwreck, so we've got nothing in storage. Demolish structure. And we're going to get some planks off of this, right? Okay, open the shipwreck. Okay, once the shipwreck is empty, it only takes up space. Let's demolish it. So we can do that. Is it empty, though? I thought it said 0. Okay, so planks, 0 planks. Got it. Let's demolish. Quest complete.
The crew's uneasy. Something requires our attention.
They're going to want that stew. Cohesion shows how well your pirates community sticks together. You can gain or lose cohesion in events and when you have to defend your island. If cohesion drops to 0, your community falls apart and you will lose the game. Got it. Here you can check your cohesion. So there we go. No big fights, death, or starvation. Just animosity and discontent as the connective tissue is gone and the group disbands. You can gain and lose cohesion through your decisions. Some buildings give you ways to generate cohesion or raise it above 100. Also, successfully completing events in the 7 seas will always give you cohesion. Some more, some less. Alright, so let's check out our cohesion here. We still only got the 1 pirate camp. We're at 0 right there. Crown castaways. We've discovered 2 of Amara's soldiers hiding amongst our crew. They claim they were stranded here like us. We're about to slice their bellies open when they loudly renounce the crown and ask us to accept them as pirates. What should be done with them? We're going to lose 2 pirates. Cohesion's going to go down. If we let them live, we're going to be able to keep 3, but cohesion is going to... Alright, I'm going to allow them... There we go. Crown castaways. We take the hapless fools at their word and welcome them to the crew. Many grumble and protest. They only see traitors in the making.
Tough times call for hard choices. A good crew sticks together through thick and thin. Lose that cohesion, and everything will fall apart.
All right, at this point, I think we need all the hands we can get here to help rebuild.
Well, I, for one, am starving. Is there nothing to eat on this uncivilized rock?
Where's that bloody pig? I'm in the mood for stew.
I see a couple pigs right down there at the camp. Drifters and fetchers require housing. Hands also require additional upkeep, such as stew, to stay satisfied. Okay, there are two types of pirates. The ones who live on the island and operate the economy are called hands. Pirates who man the ships and go on adventures in the seven seas, they are called the crew. Pirates require housing and upkeep. Everyone needs at least a place where you can sleep. Working hands and crew additionally want food, drink, and other resources for their upkeep. As you get more buildings and ships, you'll need to satisfy more upkeep. Got it. Okay, so we've got this. Yeah, just check that one out. Let's slow time back down just a regular. What do we have here? Food, and we've got stew. In the case of dubious provenance, just roast it. You have 0. So we've got green hands, 2. Upkeep is going to be 2 stew. Construction cost is 10 planks. Output is going to be 16. So we're going to build a campfire. Let's see. Can I stick this on the side of the wall? Yes, we can right there. All right, and we're going to have to connect that somehow. So I'm going to grab the connector here. Bang. Bang. And I'm trying to connector it onto this. Connector it there. But I can't seem to connect it directly to this. Well, why? Okay, so there. And there. Well, this is going to be interesting to see how this all comes together. I feel like we're going to be running out of space, but the good news is, let's take a quick peek here. Cohesion. We don't want it to drop to 0. Let's check the okay, satisfaction is still 0. We're still waiting on the stew to get cooking, so let's see. There we go. Now we are starting to make some, so that should go up a little bit. Satisfaction is still 0. I'm wondering what this meter is. If this shows 0 right there, satisfaction, this is hovering slightly below middle. Campfires can produce stew for no cost. Their production is slow, but it'll do for now. The galley can distribute food to all pirates within the area of the pirate camp. Make sure enough stew is delivered to the galley, and your hands will be satisfied. So we're going to have to build a galley on top of that, right? Let's see. Most important job on the island, keeps everyone fed. Where can I stick this? Drop you right there, and it looks like it auto-connects right to that. Am I going to want to do a connector, say, here? Down to the... Yeah, let's try that. I'm wondering if there's an option to kind of follow a pirate, just watch him walk around the day, do his job. Either in third person, which would be cool, or first person, which would be also very exciting. Okay, so we're checking this out. Upkeep resources also need to be distributed to the pirates. There are special buildings for this. For example, the galley will distribute food, the tavern drinks, the arsenal weapons. Make sure to have the required buildings built and fetchers assigned to fetch the resources you need to distribute. If a single production chain is not sufficient to support pirate upkeep, You can assign additional fetchers to more production buildings and construct more distribution buildings. I'm really kind of enjoying this, man. Did you guys play Tropico 2 back in the day? That was fun. In a lot of ways, I like that more than the newer Tropicos. Tropico 2 was pirates. There we go. I was going to speed up time a little bit. Outrage. Pirates can take a lot, but a lack of food or proper shelter will push the toughest sailors to the brink of outrage. How do we address the anger? Let's take a look at it at once. Activate all hands on deck for at least one campfire. Let me pause this real quick. I don't want them to burn our place down, and it looks like there's a little timer over there, too. I'm not sure what that is. Activate all hands on deck in at least one campfire. Have rising satisfaction in all pirate camps for at least 120 seconds. One remaining. Okay, so all hands on deck at the pirate camp. Or at the campfire. Is this the campfire right here? If upkeeps aren't met, satisfaction will drop until it reaches 0. This will trigger an outrage, and you'll have to choose how to resolve the situation. Success will restore order, but failure will reduce cohesion and make the outrage worse. Emergency events. Yeah, we're sitting at 0 there because we didn't have enough stew. Pirates will steadily consume their upkeep resources, the supplies to hands working on the island, and the ship crew. If you fail to provide sufficient upkeep resources in time, or do not provide enough housing for the pirates, satisfaction will sink. And this is where we ended up now. Once their satisfaction drops to 0, you get an emergency event as a warning phase. Then you can choose how to resolve the issue. If you fail to resolve it, you will lose cohesion and the situation will escalate. Situation will escalate with ever-increasing stakes until you either resolve the issue or lose the game. Very good. And they've got the little timer right there on the display. So what is the timer? Rising outrage, 0. Still waiting for the food. 0 in stock at the galley. Upkeep is 6. Okay, so what do we need to do? It said in the mood for stew. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what the chain means. In stock. What if I click on this? Choose resource to make a connection. So we got bread, meat, stew, and turtle soup. Okay, well, let's close that up. So what does it want me to do? Activate the all hands on deck with at least one campfire. Let's see, campfire, so let's call the all hands on deck there. Turn all hands on deck for this building. Here we go. Have rising satisfaction in all pirate camps for at least 120 seconds. We've only got the one pirate camp here, so let's unpause this. Bam. I'm just trying to click on... So I can't click on individual pirates. What if I click on... Oh, but we can up here. So this is drifters. Wouldn't that be great if you could actually name each of your pirates and build them out into their own little characters? If upkeeps aren't met, satisfaction will drop. This triggers outrage. Okay. Now we're just going to speed up time a little bit to get to that 2-minute mark. 23, 24. We've got the all hands on deck going. Getting there. Half done. Wonderful. Quest complete, so let's bump that back down to standard time. Our swift action satisfies everyone. Well done. Let's grab ourselves a few drinks. Aye.
Well, this is a start. But for a pirate nest, we're still missing a vital establishment.
The tavern.
Ah, yes. A treasury. Or perhaps a high-class brothel.
She means a tavern, you posh idiot.
While hands and fetchers work in buildings, your ships are manned by crew. Crew have upkeep, such as booze, which is also used for hiring them onto your ships. Okay, got it. So, what do we want to do today? Where's the tavern gonna play? Is there gonna be a space? Alright. Let's bop that right there. So they've got the nice view of the cove there. That's what I like. Gonna bump up the time a little bit here. Kind of keep an eye on things. We're gonna close this up. Moonshine still can produce booze for no cost. Like campfires, their production is slow. Better ways to produce these resources will become available later. Okay, new building there. Tavern can distribute drinks to all pirates within the area of the camp. Make sure enough booze is delivered to the tavern and your crew will be satisfied, okay? So where did we get the booze? Remember to assign fetchers at the tavern to deliver the booze. Using warehouses to stockpile upkeep resources is a great way to secure... What's going on here, dude? We got a drunk pig floating in the vat there. Okay, it looks like we do have some green hands there. So everything seems to be in order. Tavern. I could actually put it down on the ground. That might be the safest spot for drunk pirates, right? Not enough space. All right, so let me drop this right here. This goes right down into the water. That's fine, though. It's very fancy looking. Remember to assign fetchers at the tavern. Let's get the fetchers going. Planks. So how do I assign fetchers? I guess they're already going. I could do all hands on deck to make that build faster, but I don't think we really need to. Well, what if I do, though? All hands on deck. Everybody gets to build that. Okay, there we go. All hands on deck. Turn on all hands on deck. We don't need that on. Assign fetchers at the tavern to deliver the booze. Alright, I think I figured out what we need to do. We need to click on the booze here, and we need to click on the icon here. I was zoomed too far
Place
in.
to wet me gills.
There we go, my guys.
Things
there
are
we
coming
go.
together. All that's left is a pier, so we can build a ship.
Rumbulian, we need a tavern keep in here.
Coming.
Okay, there it is, building a pier. It's time to build a pier so you can manage and upgrade your first ship. Piers can only be placed in specific spots on the island. They need to be in range of the pirate camp to function, okay? Ships are constructed, repaired, and upgraded in the pier building. Piers also lets you manage the ship's crew and captain. All unlocked piers can be found in the construction menu. Different types of piers provide access to different ships. They're unlocked by the compass. Basic pier will unlock at the start, and others will be unlocked when the stronger ships become available. Piers can be upgraded to the next higher tier, but a high-tier pier can also be built from scratch. Once the pier is selected in the construction menu, it must be placed in the suitable space, which is indicated with the pier icon. To be fully built, the pier requires construction resources and a pirate's camp connection. Got it. Okay, so pier. I've only got the one pier. Build your pier here. Bang! And we're going to have to connect that. I also need to be... So everything is in range. Are we still doing this? All hands on the deck. Alright, so let's turn that off, actually. Food should be okay. Let's get a connector going right here, though. Okay, loot piles. Let's just get this started. Can't be placed on water, so let's grab the other kind. Too long. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go here and here. Zoom in. Now we just gotta wait for the planks to get down there. Let's speed up time. Resources looking good up the top. Planks. We just used a whole bunch of them for that pier. Then we've got the stew. We've got the
look like a little haven.
the drink.
Did you miss me, pirate scum?
Amara! How the hell did she make it here?
Her ship is barely holding together.
But she still has her cannons.
Okay, if she sails in here, she's not going to be able to get out, though. Send a ship here to play the event. So I'm going to have to build a ship. Open the loot pile. Dismantle. Replace ship. Repair ship. The ship has not yet been on any journey. Alright, let's just let this play out. So I'm not quite sure what we need to do. Are we going to get a little taste of the ships as well in the demo here? Start ship construction. That's not an option
It's
yet.
taking fire. If we don't have a gun tower or better ship ready in time, well, we'd better duck for cover. Everyone, to the tavern!
I feel like, yes, this is a scripted
You
event.
think you can build your nest on this rock? Think again.
That blasted wench. Kill her, now!
We have him! Back to the ship!
The attacking ship has bombarded our island. We lost many pirates and buildings. Aye! Cohesion drops by 10. Click on the marker to start repairing. Doesn't look like they took the pier out, though, but let's start there. Repair all buildings. I'm going to punch that time back up. Some buildings have been destroyed. Okay. Buildings can be destroyed by enemy ship attacks or raging pirates on your island. Destroyed buildings can be repaired. Repairs require a portion of the original construction resources. If a building with employed hands is destroyed, then those pirates are lost. Selected buildings can be shut down via the button at the bottom of their screen. Shutdown buildings free up drifters and remove required upkeep from the pirate camp. They can be activated again. Okay, so do we want to shut down any of these? Repairs are done. They're going quick enough, but I might... Quest complete. Actually, looks like everything's back up and running.
Tavern keep. After her.
How? We still don't have a ship.
Then let's build one. It's about bloody time.
Conrada is right. We do need that ship. New quest, it's about bloody time. I'm going to drop that back down to 1. Ships lets you explore the 7 seas, visit distant regions, and complete quests. Select the pier. Ship construction. Start your first ship. All ships have different stats. Ships require a certain type of crew. The stronger the crew, the higher the construction cost. Got it. So it looks like I've only got the special ship there. The landlubber is not a good ship. She's slow, underpowered, and doesn't have much space for a crew. But she's more than enough to learn the rudiments of sailing, fighting, and plundering. Let's build that ship, boys. Got a shallow pier, and I'm going to just bump time up a little bit there. Bang, bang. Ship under construction. If I do an all hands on deck... I don't know, quest complete. I guess we don't need to do that quite yet.
Isn't she a beauty?
Beauty. It's a floating turd.
A turd with
And
tentacles.
who shall be the proud captain of this turd?
One of us has to, I'm afraid.
Assign a captain. Crew limits. So what do we have here? No captain assigned. Missing crew. Your ship needs a captain and crew before it can set sail. Let's start by assigning that captain. Your captain choice will affect how the ship's stats and unlocks unfold. Okay, so fully constructed ship requires a captain and crew to operate. They can be assigned via the menu. Captains differ in appearance, backstory, cards, and perks. A ship can be lost in an event when its health or crew reaches 0. At the end of the event, you will be asked to decide whether to save the crew, salvage the ship, or save the captain. Captains never die, but if you do not prioritize saving a captain, they will be hurt and become unavailable for some assignments. Okay, so let's select this. Do I need to select... Okay, so we've got the landlubbers, the ship. We've got the crew. We've got swabbies here. But who's the captain? Replace ship. Dismantle ship. Open loot pile. We can upgrade the tier. No captain assigned. Teaches the last of the old guard. While those around him have fallen victim to the crown, or to pirate hunters, or even their very own crews, Teach has survived through brutality, vigilance, and sheer force of will. And his name is already a legend. He's got the captain's card, easy as murder. Game +1, next turn. If you deal damage to an opponent, the effect continues. Okay, that's kind of cool. Perks. Hatred is power. Increases health by 20% and gun damage by 20%. Okay, so we've got 4 options. This is Teach. We've got Kanja here. Often roamed the docks of his hometown as a child to catch the lovely scent of various spices in the air. The fact that certain of these were more valuable than gold fascinated him. He eventually became a wealthy spice trader, but he was branded a pirate due to his ruthless tactics. So, captain's card, all or nothing. Game +3, dice pool next turn. If your dice pool results in less than 5, it becomes 1. Spice Thief increases supplies by 20% in speed, so I'd probably want him to captain my trade ship. Teach might be the better pirate. And we've got Scarlet here. There's a fine line between bravery and foolishness. And this is where Scarlet thrives. She earned her reputation by doing the deeds that others fear the most. She will not be outdone. She will never back down. And by her own admission, she should probably already be dead. Her captain's card is Rise Up Mateys. Gain +1 dice pool for the rest of the objective. The perk is Old Hobbs' favorite. Increases health by 20% and boarding damage by 20%. So she sounds good. I think I want to save Teach maybe for a bigger, more battle-focused ship. Not just this general-purpose landlubber that we've got built here. Or Honorata Van Horn knows firsthand how subtle the difference between a privateer and a pirate can be. Depending on who you ask, her father Wilhelm was both. Following in his footsteps, Honorata has always refused to let others dictate what or who she should be. No risk, no fun. Gain supplies based on the dice outcome. Take +2 times damage to crew. And the perk is Brave Explorer. Increase speed by 20%, maneuverability by 20%. I kind of like the perks that she's got. I don't know about the captain's card, though. But just going on the perks here, I'm going to go with her.
Honorata van Horn, at your service.
All right, so there's a 2-minute timer on that. I'm not quite sure what. Pause sawmill building. Well, why do we want to do that? I'm not sure. Okay, so let's go up to the sawmill, and we're going to pause construction. Hire at least 10 crew. To man your ship, you turn drifters into crew. Each crew, so we still got the 16 drifters. Each crew requires an upfront hiring cost as well as continually consuming upkeep resources. For now, you can only hire swabbies. They can be assigned to any ship, but won't improve its stats. As you progress, you'll unlock advanced crew types that require different upkeep resources and are essential for strengthening your ships. Use the overviews to learn more about each. Fully constructed ship requires captain and crew. Got it. Crew hiring. And when fired crews become drifters again, the resources paid for hiring are lost. No pirate gives up on their crew status without a fight. Firing crew reduces cohesion in accordance with the amount of fired pirates. Be careful when you fire the crew, not to put yourself in a bad situation. Okay, great. So we're going to head back down here. We're going to hire the crew. So that's going to be 15. We've only got 16 drifters, so that's going to kind of cut close to everything else. Oh, I guess hire at least 10 crew. I want to keep a few more here, so... Now we just kind of play there. You know what? Let's make it a 13. 13's the lucky number there. Now what? It's still not filling up right here. What if I speed time up a little bit more? I'm still not clear on why we paused the ship building. Oh, I need to... Let's just do that.
All ship shape and ready to go.
I probably should have just done the 10. It's going to cost us more upkeep.
Let's get our bearings.
And firing them. Okay, let's view the seas. Ooh, nice. I am really enjoying this game so far, my friends. I hope you are too. Click on the discovery point. That must be this right here. Skull Rock. Sail one of your ships here to uncover the region. Stay in the area to keep it open. This quiet patch of sea has been mostly forgotten by the world at large. Our presence here is sure to change that. So let's
Crowd that
embark.
canvas.
Enter the discovery point. I don't see any pirate rock, though. Let's just bump that up a little bit more. So,
Be ready
crew,
for
20 health,
anything.
13 to 15 crew, and supplies, 20 to 20.
Adventure awaits. Shores.
Uh-oh. Let me bump that down to standard time. Complete the crown battle. An event has started. Finish the objective to win. Reduce the enemy's health to 0. So we've got dice with the number of dice you roll in the active turn. Health. Health and crew. If either drops to 0, you lose supplies. Most choices cost supplies. If you run out, your options will be limited. Combat styles. They determine the effectiveness of your choices. So we've got gun damage at 2. We've got boarding damage at 2. Speed, maneuverability at 3. I like those. And this is armor at 2. So you've only got 11 hit points. That's great. You've got a little bit more crew. You don't have any supplies. So you just got ones across the board, though. This is the opponent's choice for the current turn. It will be executed simultaneously with your own. Completely destroy the player's supplies. So 20 supplies, 20 health. There are available choices for the current objective. Each choice has a black diamond cost on your supplies. Okay, so we can keep her steady, prevent 3 to 4 damage to health, but we don't need to protect health, right? Aim and fire, deal 3 to 4 damage. Or wasteful barrage, deal 11 damage to health. Lose all supplies, gain 5 loot or treasure. So we could do all or nothing here. We're going to lose all supplies. Or we can deal 3 to 4 damage. I'm just going to go all out. Oh, I guess that's not available during the tutorial. So I've only got one option here. Let's see. If you win the event, all treasure will be rewarded as bonus plunder. The combat log tracks all objectives, choices, and resulting effects. Okay, click, aim and fire. Now you and the opponents roll all dice in your dice pools. The outcome will determine the effectiveness of your choice. Okay, we've only got 1 die in our pool. Same with the crown forces over there. So, your choice has reduced your opponent's health, while theirs has destroyed your supplies. Now a new turn begins. Without supplies, you can no longer make battle choices. Switch to support choices to make a resupply. Switch from battle to support choices, okay? So this is battle and support. This choice grants you supplies at the cost of your ship's health. So we're gonna go stripped for parts. Take 5 damage to health, gain 10 supplies. Reduce the enemy health to 0, still our objective. So I guess we're gonna grab this. We're gonna take 5 health. We're gonna get 10 supplies. We're gonna have to kind of cannibalize ourselves there. And we're gonna go wasteful barrage, deal 7 damage. That's gonna cost all our supplies, but we are gonna gain the treasure.
Good
And
job.
That's the
To
battle.
hell with the crown and their cronies. Time for a drink.
I kind of digging the combat mechanics here, my friends. Let's continue. We've got rewards. 50 black powder for event completion. Cohesion goes up by 3. We've got 10 coin from treasury, and we've got a +1 on supplies. Great.
Yeah? I mean, yes?
Resupply and repair. Quest complete, out to sea. Click. Send the ship back to the pier.
Charming little backwater, this. I wonder if there's gold to be found here.
Who cares? We need to find that Spanish wench.
Her ship was in bad shape. Barbas Bay Port is close by. I bet she's there.
Okay,
What will we find out there?
so is there a way just to send it back? The remnants of battle, the debris of a recent fight reaches our island, carrying a handful of exhausted pirates with it. Their ship was attacked by a pirate hunter under the Spanish flag. Amara, no doubt. Let's take
These
them in.
people need shelter too. Let's make sure we're providing.
Okay, how do I just send it back to the house? Send the ship back to the pier. Okay, there's an issue with housing, so we're gonna have to do that. Upgrade the pier. Open loot pile. Is there not an option just to send it
What will we
automatically
find out
back? Or is this one of those stupid things where I have to zoom out? Oh, maybe you click one of these. There, return to
We'll
pier.
go farther next time.
Here we go. There's another ship out there. Back at the pier, you can repair your ship, hire a new crew, unload your loot. Supplies are also refilled at no
Get it out
cost.
again.
Okay, so resources in the loot pile can be taken to the warehouse or production buildings by the fetchers. Loot pile. Every pier has a loot pile. When a ship returns from the 7 seas, the crew will unload all of the journey's loot into that pile. The loot pile can be accessed from the pier menu, and this loot can be fetched by warehouses or production buildings. Be aware that even in the loot pile belongs to the community. Over time, the pirates will turn it into personal property, revoking your access to the resource. If you want to make sure that the loot goes toward a specific purchase, assign fetchers from the storage. Okay, so show details. We've got this. 2 events good. Damage to ship 11. Damage to crew 0. Supplies used 19. Click to repair ship. And we're going to go repair. There it is. Send the ship back to the pier. Repair the ship. And so we got the dudes running there with the wood. Do I want to turn this back on? Quest complete. Yeah, we are running short. Complete Barbos Bay. So let me turn this back on. I don't want to run out of planks there. We're going to need those. There's an issue with housing. Even the toughest of pirates need some place to rest. Fresh drifters, they arrive on our shores with hopes. What shall we do? Let's start the event. Sailors, scoundrels, crown deserters, people of all walks of life drift into our shores. Some would welcome them with open arms, others harbor suspicion towards the new arrivals. We take only the able-bodied. We pluck their valuables, we send them away, or we welcome all. We need every hand that we can get, even if cohesion will suffer. What is cohesion right now? 38? Is the 38 after the 15 that we lose? We've got the stew, so stew is fine. We get more drifters. We don't really need the extra drifters at this point. I'm wondering if some of the disabled ones, so only the abled bodies, idlers and layabouts. Yeah, we don't really want the lazy folk here. It's still going to cost us 20 stew as opposed to 50. But I've got a feeling there's going to be somebody in this crowd that we could actually use. Pluck their valuables. I don't want to do that. So, what do you guys think? What decision would you make in this case? Let me know in the comments below. We could have welcomed them all, but we've got plenty of drifters at this point anyway. I don't really want to lose the cohesion. We're just going to take the good ones there. Fresh drifters. Got no need for the old and the weak. All hands will get a place on our island. The rest we send off with the next ship. Aye! Okay, so we're going to have to build more homes. Is there a way... Okay, required 51, provided 31. So we're going to need 20 more. Let's take a quick look. Building list. Tent. Okay, so let's build some tents. Food, warehouse, pier, tavern. Oh, I guess we need to click on that one. Housing. How much does this add? Okay, that should be okay, maybe? Or we could do... Something's in the way. Okay, so let's check that out. I don't know how many provides 2 housing. You have 6. Okay, so let's speed up time here. Cutlass points 72, so the outrage is... People are actually not very happy with that. It's falling. We're working on the housing problem. Okay, so we're 8 here. Satisfaction's still dropping, but we are... This was at 20 before, now it's at 8. I may need to build even more. Alright, so that should be plenty of housing right there. Kind of burning through all our planks right now, though. Let me slow that back down. So I think we've averted that problem.
Ready to set sail.
Barbos Bay. Amara's keeping Rambolian locked up here. Let's bust him out. Recommended ship. 1 destroyer. Gun damage 2 and above. So I think all I had was the landlubber, correct? Upgrade. Oh, there we go. Replace ship. Landlubber. Crew, cargo. Moonlight. So these are prowlers. So this is a destroyer. That's a tier 2. Ship is locked. It can be unlocked in the compass. I can't seem to unlock it in the compass, though. Open the loot pile. Well, I don't have the recommended ship there. And I don't seem to be able... Is that the compass? Game menu, codex... Pirate Camp's coin. Alright, guys. I'm probably going to want to max out my crew, though. Loot pile, toggle warning overlay, building list. So I'm going to cap that. The captain's already assigned. Repair ship. Replace it. Let's see. It doesn't say.
Out there?
Crowd that canvas.
Well, I guess let's just embark it. We'll see what happens. I don't seem to be able to upgrade the ship at all.
Damnation. Is this the slowest ship ever built? We might just swim to Barbas Bay instead.
Your ship has reached the Seven Seas event. You can enter it as soon as you're ready. Let's
so
take
you
a look.
followed us.
Barbas
Commander,
Bay.
Are you here for your tavern keep? Then you will have to take our fire.
No risk, no fun. Defend for 3 turns. Okay, so I can prevent damage. This is probably going to be what we want to do. Prevent 3 to 4 damage to crew. Alright, so I'm going to do this one. It's going to cost me 1 supply. Defend is started. Safe distance. We're kind of burning through our supplies, though, so we're going to defend one more time, stay at safe distance.
You see, Amara? Pirates don't give up so easily. Now let me go, or they will shoot this port to bloody...
Reduce the enemy health to 0, so that's going to be 11. Take 2 times damage to crew, gain supplies based on outcome. So we've got 5 to 8. Heavy fire, that's going to cost 2 supplies. So if I fall back, we're going to get an extra die roll there. That's going to cost 2, though. Let's try this. Prevent the damage. Burn through the supplies. Ooh, that hurt. And now I'm going to go roll with this. Close. And yes, we could do this. And we should have it.
Enough! We yield. Cease your fire and take back your bloody tavern keep. Yeah. Enjoy your
Nice.
little victory while you can. This is far from over. Mark my words.
I was right to put my trust in you lot. Thanks for pulling me out.
My pleasure, Rumble Inn. We broke our tavern keep out of prison. Our first real victory against the crown. Amara has promised swift revenge. Let her
Let's
come.
make for home. Amara's flagship will be fixed up any moment now. No doubt she'll come for us then.
All right, and we click on you. Head
Turn
for
the ship
home.
around.
Okay.
Why did the Spanish wench kidnap you anyway?
Perhaps she thinks this tavern keep is more dangerous than all you lot combined.
Could be
You?
handsome side whiskers, too.
All you do is serve drinks and swap the counter.
I got us all here, didn't I?
All right, and here we are.
Time's wasting.
Rewards and cargo. We hear shouting from offshore. Familiar faces from Amara's ship are clinging to the flotsam and driftwood. More survivors of our harrowing escape coming to join the crew. Let's fish them out. Great. Repair cost. It's going to cost us 8 planks from the sawmill. We've got coin. We've got cohesion. And we've got some black powder. No damage to the crew. This is what I'm liking. We did take some damage to the ship. That's more supplies were used.
Our island has all we need to build defenses. Let's get to it, and soon.
First thing I want to do is get the repairs going. Small gun towers. New quest, Guns of Skull Rock. Everybody's running. Okay, let's slow this down again. Produce stone blocks. Build 1 gun tower. Community. So, gun towers. We need the stone blocks first. We need the quarry. Alright. Let's try this right here. Is there any other spot that I can build it? No. Quarry's going. Let's connect. Make that connection. Alright, we're looking good there. And as soon as that stacks up... Alright, I don't know if I want to do the all hands right now. We still... Cohesion, so resource upkeep trending downward on this. Let's kick up that into high gear. Let's take a look at the codex, though. As you expand on your island, the crown will show an increasing interest in you. It will send out ships to attack you directly, trying to root out this new pirate threat of the 7 seas. If the attack is successful, these ships will destroy a lot of buildings and kill many pirates. The crown targets your pirate camps from fixed attack points. You can see these attack points when you build a new pirate camp. There are safe spots on the island, and the crown will only attack pirate camps that it can reach from the attack points. Got it? So building gun towers to defend the attack points will prevent the crown. So as soon as that's done, we should be able to start building out our gun towers, right? Oh, I guess we're going to need a stone cutter as well. Just going to drop you right there. And do we have to connect that directly? Right, that seems to be pretty efficient. Materials, housing. So the attack point is coming right here.
Everything's ready. We can build our first gun tower.
All right, let me slow that back down. All right, let's pick this back up, my ladies and
Everything's
gentlemen.
ready. We can build our first gun tower.
The game crashed, so I'm going to have to rebuild the gun towers, which is kind of a shame because we were already making good progress on the first 2 that we had set up. Let's try this one more time. Materials. So we should be okay on the materials. I had one right here. So this one's got a clear shot on those 2 spots, and we're going to build the second one right here. So this ought to cover both of these. Now let's just get these started. We're going to have to connect them here. That's not going to work. So we got you there. Uh-oh, battered refugees. Okay, so we're going to do this. Take the healthy. And we had a second tower right here. We're going to make that direct connection right there. So, now we've just got to get both of those going here. It just said build 1 gun tower, but it also popped up, said we could build 2. I guess the objective is just 1 required. We're going to get 2. And I checked out the ship. It doesn't look like we have upgrade available quite yet. I may need to make some more food at some point. But I'll just play through the tutorial. We'll follow that as far as we need to. So we've got our happy little cove right here. Let's check things. Cutlass points. We need more housing now for all those refugees, damn it. Okay, so we've got 19 tents. Let's build. Probably get some of these workers here, it's fine. Unrest brews as our pirates' basic needs are dwindling. Their patience wears thin. If we don't act quickly, this could spiral out of control. Tend to this at once. You have 10 minutes to fulfill the needs. Okay. Safety. Okay, so let's try this. Let me slow this down real quick. Actually, let me pause that there. So what is the problem? We got some new housing going up. We got food. And we got booze. But what is the problem? Is nothing coming into the warehouse? Everything's just skipping over the warehouse. Housing, that seems to be the problem. And we've got that addressed right here. We're just kind of working through it. 6 to 16. We're gonna have to add a couple more, I think. Now we just gotta wait for these to finish. We're still waiting on the gun tower, so we got plenty of wood going here to the houses. How close can we zoom in? Pretty dang close. Watch these guys work. Fantastic. It's looking good, though.
You think this measly tower is enough to hold off Amara? Let's give it a chance, shall we?
Supply it fully. So, connect resources. So how do we supply the tower? Supplying towers. Gun towers are inactive until they have enough ammunition and storage. Supply them with black powder so they can produce ammo. Once gun tower is active, attack points turn green. Okay. They need ammunition to work. To create the ammunition, the towers need several resources, including lots of black powder. Small gun towers can only store one salvo worth of ammo, while larger ones can fire multiples. One stack of ammunition equals one salvo. After firing, towers need to reload and stock up again, okay? So it looks like everything's going okay there. We just... yeah. Alright. So this guy, supply it fully. So this is red. Can I add a second fetcher? Huh. What about this one? That one's not even built yet. So what do I need for here? I'm going to need to... well, this one right here should have a direct route right there. But I'm not sure. And I'm not gonna, this is gonna be too long to build direct, right? Yeah, too long. Too narrow. Okay, let's try that. Needs to be placed on a steep surface. Okay, I guess that's not going to work. Too narrow. All right, so let's get out of the build. Select our tower again. Even going through here, that is not looking good. So maybe this wasn't the good spot for that tower. But I'm not sure why they go up and around and then back down here. Why? Oh, is this kind of a dead end? So I need to redo this. Okay, how about now? No, that's still not working, so we're gonna have to grab this. Satisfy the pirate camp, 39 of 60. Supply it fully. It's going up a little bit. Satisfaction is increasing. We don't have any dire warnings right there. Quests complete. Unrest quelled. Our swift action satisfies everyone. Well done. Let's grab ourselves a few drinks. Aye. So we just need to finish off this tower right here. I'm gonna put all hands on this just to get it done. And we've still got to get this attack point defended. I haven't really seen too much going on with the planks up here. I don't know why that's just kind of stalled at 20. Speed up time just a little bit here. Nice. Looking like, yeah, we're just kind of slowing down on the stones there. We'd have got everybody contributing here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get these supplies over here a little bit quicker. Because, yeah, that's taken way too long for him to go. Not efficient. Uh-oh, and we're dropping down there again. Let me slow this down. What's the problem now? Food. So, what do we need to get? Food. Do another campfire, maybe? Put the campfire... Put the campfire right there. So what does the campfire need? That needs wood. Unrest brews. As our pirates' basic needs are dwindling, we're going to tend to this at once. Alright, so that should just pretty much connect to everything there. Huh. So we're all working on that. Do we need to have another galley or just... I think the one galley should be enough, right? And we're going to have a problem with drink coming up here soon. The gourmet has acquired new adventurous recipes to bolster our food production. Let's just say they might not like to be liked by everyone. Okay, so how's this coming along? Doing all right, and this is nice and green right there. Nice clean line for the tower. We got this coming along fine. Food's going up good, so we're gonna have to build. All right, maybe another. Let's see what we got. Food.
Good work. Next time Amara strikes, we'll be ready.
Let her come.
Prepare yourselves, pirates! The crown's wrath will rain down upon you soon.
Here we go. We've got this. Now, what was happening here? Let him cook bycatch fish. Nothing wrong with stew. I think we're just going to keep this here, yeah. An acquired taste. Frankly, it might be the gourmet's unconventional appearance and mannerisms that sway us from tasting his newest collection of Caribbean delights. Oh, now that just does not look very appetizing. Aye. When a crown ship is en route to your island, this icon will appear at its destined attack points. So, crown ship coming in. We've got 1 minute to prepare. Amara's ship. Incoming attacks have different attack levels with different health. Your towers will deal their damage to the ship health first. If that does not sink the ship, it will return fire and destroy the tower. Completing an event in the 7 seas may trigger an attack from the crown in retaliation. Even if you reduce your raiding activities, the crown will periodically send out ships to attack. When an attacking ship is en route to your island, you can intercept it with your own ship before it reaches the island. As soon as the attacking ship reaches the island, it will start fighting with any gun tower that cover its attack point. Towers fire their salvos first. If the ship survives, it will attack and fire and destroy a tower at random. The fight continues until either the ship or all the towers have been defeated. Okay, so the question is, do I want to send out a ship first?
Ready to set sail.
What is she sending out? I can't really see. Let's see. What is this? So she's got level 2s across the board. She's coming to attack the island. We can stop her before she arrives, but we don't have a good ship. We've got the landlubber, unfortunately. Okay. And we're going to have to deal with that, the brew shortage as well. Let's take a quick look. The warehouse, fine. Missing upkeep still.
Tell me.
Well, are you ready to go? I'm not going to be able to upgrade the ship, am I? Yeah, everything is locked.
Adventure awaits.
I don't see where I can actually send that ship out. When an attack point is not defended, an attacking crown ship will start bombarding the island. Every building is attacked. Buildings will shut down, pirates will die, satisfaction will drop. Crisis states ends when the ship... Okay, so I definitely want to send her out if I can.
I mean, yes. Ready to set sail.
But I'm not sure how to do that. I don't recall. I kind of feel like this event needs to play itself out, so... This is more about the defense with the towers than anything else. We do have 2 towers coming up, so we might be a little bit better off than normal. 15 seconds until it begins. Quest complete.
Our haven is taking fire.
Yeah? I mean, yes.
Dismantle. Journey summary. Upgrade the pier. Yeah, I can't really upgrade any of these right now. Unrest quelled. Great. Our swift action satisfies everyone.
Abandon ship!
Alright, and we've got that. The island is protected and the attacking ship is successfully destroyed. Let's celebrate.
Rest in pieces, you blasted wench.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay.
There was no sign of Amara in the wreckage. I believe she escaped.
Of course she did.
Damnation. Can't that woman stay dead for once?
I told you, it takes more than that to kill a captain.
We'll be ready next time. Let's expand, build defenses, show her what this crew can do.
New building, pirate camp, guano gatherer, powder mill, char burner.
With every camp we build, more of our island's bounties come within our grasp.
You will soon need resources that lie outside the range of your first camp. Building more camps lets you expand your haven and your range. Make sure that you have the means to supply your expansion. Alright, so during pre-placement of a pirate camp, all deposits in range are highlighted in a green and listed on the side. Keep an eye on sufficient fertile areas. Got it. Also observe highlights indicating possible attack points during the pirate camp placement, which your enemies might use to attack your island. Consider early fortification planning. Okay. So, what is our next mission? Build a second pirates camp. Is this just going to be on the same island? So there's a lot of resources here. There's an attack point right there. That might be an easy defense. Attack point there, attack point there. So we've got guano, right there. What is this? A pure slot goes right there. Salt, copper ore. This actually looks like an okay one. If I pop it up here, we've got a pure slot, we've got a bunch of resources, and we've only got, well, we'd have 2 attack points to defend against, which is unfortunate. But if I put you right here, it doesn't look like we'd need to attack against that other one, right? Well, my friends, for some reason, I can't get these stupid pirates to take the resources to the second camp, so I can't get anything built off. I built multiple connections there, 2 different ways. I'm not sure why they're not taking anything over there, and the tutorial doesn't seem to want to tell me how to get that done. So I guess we're just going to stop it here for today on the demo. It's been a blast up until now, but yeah, I'm still going to wish list this. I'm sure it's probably something on my end that's not working. It does feel like it's poorly explained, because at this point they should make games that retards can play, so people like me can enjoy them. But you guys, if you liked this demo, let me know what you thought. If you tried it already, great. I'm going to put the link in the comments below, and yeah, I highly recommend checking this out. Looking forward to the full release, and I might play around with this one a little bit later on. Maybe we'll make a follow-up video for this, but we've already got 2.5 hours on this, so I'm going to have to cut this down to about an hour. So we'll see what stays in, what gets taken out. But my friends, this is something special. This is something that I'm kind of looking forward to more than more than anything else coming out. This is Corsair's Cove, guys. So keep your eye out for that, and we will catch you next time. Stay safe out there. Court is adjourned.